Journal-Register report that a firefighter hurt their leg while battling the fire, but is expected to be okay.
A Decatur family's dog is okay after their house caught fire yesterday. Our partners at the Herald and Review report it happened in the 2600 block of Briar Place. No one was home at the time. When firefighters got there, they found smoke coming from the house. After the homeowners arrived, they told firefighters about the dog, which was found safe and reunited with its family. Officials say the house suffered moderate smoke and fire damage. We have an update on a case we've been following for years. After a retrial, a man in St. Joe was sentenced to 18 years for leaving his baby in a field in 2015. Thomas Boitnott left his daughter Karma to die in a bean field. She was found 15 hours later. He was retried because the judge in the 2016 trial made a mistake and didn't let Boitnott's lawyer make a closing argument. Boitnott was originally sentenced to 20 years.
This week's Champaign County's wanted subject is Isaiah Kane. He's wanted for first-degree murder and 2 failure to appear warrants. Police say he shot and killed 21-year-old Scott Roth last month. His last known address is 3 Welland Place in Champaign.
A proposed bill could stop the Trump administration from making changes to Obamacare.
Still to come on WCIX, which lawmaker is taking some heat for voting it down.
Looking for a part-time job? Need supplemental employment? Stouts Building Services has a terrific opportunity for you. Positions now open for part-time janitorial team members. Great pay, set part-time schedule while working in a clean and safe environment. Call Stouts Building Services today.
You want your vehicle to last, which is why you keep up with regular maintenance. Your furnace and air conditioner work the same way. Regular maintenance helps keep them running, maintain high efficiency, and reduce the risk of unplanned outages. Right now, Edelman is offering a spring tune-up special starting at $74.99. Turn to the experts to make sure your AC is ready to go, just in time for warmer weather. Edelman is your local Carrier factory authorized dealer. Make things easy. Call Edelman.
Last year's ad campaign was a success for ChoiceHotels.com.
Bada book, bada boom.
This year, we're taking it up a notch.
So in this commercial, we see 2 travelers at a Comfort Inn with a glow around them. So people watching will be like, wow, maybe I'll glow too if I book direct at ChoiceHotels.com. Glow.
Who glows? Just say bada book, bada boom.
Nobody glows.
He gets it.
Always the lowest price, guaranteed. Look now at ChoiceHotels.com.
Proverbs chapter 31, verses 10 through 12 states, "A wife of a noble character who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life." Honor your wife and mother, not only on Mother's Day, but every day. This message brought to you by Blossom Basket Florist.
Stouts Building Services in Champaign is the local leader in epoxy flooring for commercial and industrial concrete floors. Perfect for the office, hallway, lobby, or warehouse. Factory floors, barns, training rooms, and more. Call Stouts Building Services today for all your interior epoxy needs.
Now, your forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Satellite and radar picture early this Tuesday morning, bringing us a lot of sunshine or rain. You can see it all the way at the extreme farther left part of your screen, and that's moving through Iowa, and it's heading its way this way, but a lot of it will break down. Just a few more clouds later on into the day. Maybe some rain chances from that late tonight and heading into early Wednesday. But for sure, it's going to help to bring in some warmer air. This warmer air mass is starting to work its way in from the west, and it will stick around here on into the end of the week. Highs back up around 70 today, but this is just a little taste of what we're seeing as we go later into the week. We'll go from the heaters on this morning, more on into the ACs as we go later into the week. Coming up, WCI3 News starts now.
You're watching your local news leader. This is The Morning Show on X49.
Has blocked the administration's cynical guidance that invites states to dismantle protections for people with pre-existing conditions and pushes families into junk plans.
The fight over the future of Obamacare continues. Congressional Democrats passed a new plan last week to restrain the Trump administration's changes to the Affordable Care Act. Good morning. I'm Aaron Eads.
And I'm Christy Batista. Speaker Nancy Pelosi says the bill would stop the Trump administration from, quote, discriminating against people with pre-existing conditions.
Yesterday, Congressman Rodney Davis explained why he voted against the measure. The congressman is already taking heat for his vote last week. The left-leaning dark money group Protect Our Care is already out with digital ads slamming Davis. Their ad spots use the same rhetoric Speaker Nancy Pelosi used that week, accusing Davis of voting against protecting health care for Americans with pre-existing conditions. Congressman Davis shrugged it off as empty politics, pushing back forcefully, accusing Democrats of, quote, perpetuating a lie. He says this bill only prevents states from innovating and offering more affordable options. The 8 states that have chosen to innovate saw costs decrease by an average of 20%.
What they said was, we want to keep the current law that protects pre-existing condition coverage and raise prices on those families who can least afford coverage right now the most. That's the political gamesmanship that people in this country are sick and tired of, and government is not helping when we see bills like this come up to the floor.
Davis's office also pointed to a Trump administration letter from Seema Verma that said pre-existing condition provisions cannot be waived under their rules. It assured Democrats in Congress health insurance companies are still prohibited from raising prices or discriminating against people with pre-existing conditions. The campaign for Democrat Betsy Dirksen-Lodrigan chimed in saying, quote, Representative Davis continues to side with his special interest donors instead of middle-class families, pointing to campaign donations from drug and insurance companies.
When you pick up a book of stamps or mail a letter in Harristown, you'll be reminded of the men and women who serve our country. Representative Rodney Davis dedicated the post office in honor of Logan Palmer. He was in the Navy and died when a tanker hit his ship in 2017. Davis says he was happy to pay tribute to his life.
Communities like Harristown give so much of our military readiness and of our soldiers to protect the freedoms that we take for granted every day. Logan perished serving this country, and now Logan's going to be remembered in this community and remembered for his heroism and patriotism.
A plaque was placed inside the post office to honor his service. One organization decided to step in and make sure that students look the part before they walk the stage.
Our crews were there when graduating juniors and seniors at Urbana High School got a special opportunity. WCI 3's Alex Cordetti has the story.
Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity members are setting soon-to-be graduates up for success. Juniors and seniors who plan to further their education had the chance to get a free haircut.
It's been proven that those who decide to go into post-secondary education end up being more successful in life, being able to raise their socioeconomic condition, and therefore as a community it's up to us to ensure that we help guide our students to the next phase. And one of those things is to make sure we look good.
Local barbershops donated their time and expertise. Students say they appreciate it.
I'm grateful for it. It's very nice that they came out and, took their time to come cut our hair.
I mean, it's just showing that, like, people in the community care, especially, like, young, older black men talking to younger black men, or just in color in general, is just helping out in the community and giving back,
Fraternity members say giving back is their job.
It's our obligation. This is what we do. We reach back, we do more, and we expect success from not only ourselves, but our students as we continue to celebrate their accomplishments.
They hope this inspires students to do something great for the next generation.
I am a proud student that has come from Urbana schools, and although I went to Jackson State University, I have to make sure I come back to my community, give back, because it's what those who came before me did for me.
In Urbana, Alex Corradetti, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
This is the first time that Alpha Phi Alpha hosted the event. They say they plan to do it again next year.
You can play the lottery and back the blue all at the same time now. Illinois Lottery launched a new police memorial instant ticket yesterday. Money from your purchase benefits police memorials and families of fallen officers. Tickets cost $2 and players can win up to $20,000.
A tree that's in the background of a lot of U of I graduation pictures won't be there anymore. Today, the hackberry tree behind the alma mater on the west side is being taken down. This is a live look at it right now as crews are preparing to do that. It has become a safety concern. The tree's rotting from the inside and has a crack through it. The university has tried prolonging the tree's existence with cables, but they say its time has finally come.